Tensions between the United States and Venezuela have once again captured global attention. In recent days, reports revealed a private phone call between U.S. officials and the Venezuelan government, where Washington allegedly pressured President Nicolás Maduro to step down. This leaked conversation instantly triggered political shockwaves. For many, it raised an important question: why is the USA so deeply involved in Venezuela's internal affairs? And why does this situation matter so much in 2025? To understand the present, we must look at the past. Venezuela, once one of the wealthiest nations in Latin America due to its massive oil reserves, has suffered a decade of economic collapse. Hyperinflation, shortages, mass migration, and political turmoil have pushed millions of Venezuelans to flee the country. Throughout this crisis, President Nicolás Maduro has held on to power despite international criticism, U.S. sanctions, and accusations of election manipulation. The United States has long refused to recognize his government as legitimate, creating constant friction between the two nations. But the tension in 2025 is different. The leaked call exposed a stronger, more direct message from the U.S., an ultimatum demanding political change. Venezuela responded angrily, accusing Washington of interference, while the United States insisted it is simply supporting democracy and human rights. As media outlets around the world reported on this growing conflict, the situation quickly returned to the center of global geopolitics. So why does the United States care so much? The truth lies in three major factors. First, Venezuela has the world's largest oil reserves, making its political stability crucial for global energy markets and U.S. energy interests. Second, Venezuela is a strategic battleground of influence in the Americas, where the U.S. competes with Russia, China, and Iran. Third, the mass migration caused by Venezuela's crisis has pushed millions toward neighboring countries and the U.S. border, directly affecting American domestic politics and humanitarian policies. In response to these growing concerns, the United States has increased its diplomatic pressure, discussed stronger sanctions, and repositioned military assets in the Caribbean, while insisting that it does not seek war. Instead, Washington claims to be working toward a peaceful political transition. Still, with tensions rising and global powers quietly taking sides, the situation remains unpredictable. This conflict matters far beyond the borders of the United States and Venezuela. Any major shift in Venezuela could affect oil prices worldwide, reshape migration routes, influence regional alliances, and alter the balance of power among the US, China, and Russia. As the world watches closely, one thing is clear: the outcome of this geopolitical struggle may shape international politics for years to come. As uncertainty grows, regional governments in Latin America are also feeling the impact. Countries like Colombia, Brazil, and Peru, already hosting millions of Venezuelan refugees, worry that any new wave of instability could overwhelm their social systems. At the same time, these nations are balancing their own diplomatic ties, some aligned with Washington's push for democratic reforms, while others maintain cautious relationships with Venezuela. This division within the region creates a complex environment, where every country must consider not only its political stand, but also the humanitarian consequences of a deeper crisis. The Organization of American States and the United Nations have urged dialogue, but so far, neither side is willing to compromise on their core demands. For Venezuela's citizens, the political drama between Washington and Caracas is not just a headline, it is their daily reality. Many Venezuelans feel trapped between international pressure and domestic uncertainty, unsure about their country's future. Some hope that foreign involvement might eventually lead to economic recovery and political stability, while others fear that increased U.S. pressure could provoke harsher government crackdowns or international confrontation. As voices from inside Venezuela grow louder, from activists to migrants to ordinary families, their plea is the same: they want a future without crisis, without fear, and without the endless struggle that has defined their lives for over a decade. Whether the world listens, and whether the U.S.-Venezuela power struggle moves toward peace or escalation, remains one of the most critical questions of 2025.